today's video. So today I thought I would show you part 1 of my Nintendo Switch collection. This is by far the biggest collection that I own, so I've definitely got to split it into parts. But let's go ahead and get started. So first up, I wanted to show you one of my Nintendo Switch Lite consoles. This is the Zacian and Zamazenta edition. This came out in 2019 to coincide with the release of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with either game though. So the box is a very simple design, and it just shows you the front of the console. And then on the back, again, it just shows you the back of the console. And as you can see, this does have a really nice graphic design on the back, which hopefully once I take out the box you'll be able to see a little bit better. So let's go ahead and open this up. So on the back of the box we do have a pull tab, and thankfully they haven't stuck any stickers on this box because that really annoys me, it ruins the box. There's just no need to put stickers over a box that you've got to open. I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down, and then let's just pull this out. So the front part of the box just pulls down, and you have the console, which I will just remove. And then this part pulls in the opposite direction, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn this round. And then underneath we have, of course, the important information booklet. Shows you how to set it up, but obviously this is completely different because this is a Switch Lite, so there is no docking station. And then of course we have the power adapter underneath, which there's no need to take that out, and that is everything inside of that box. Now we will go ahead and take this out of this plastic wrap. And there is the console, and like I said, this is a Switch Lite, so these bits don't detach from the console, so you can only play games that you can play in handheld mode. You can't play games that you need to take these off. And of course we have a blue and a red analog stick, we have the blue D-pad and then the red buttons. This is basically laid out exactly the same as a Switch. Just like I said, no detachable Joy-Cons. And then at the top you have your side buttons, your R and your L, and then your ZR, ZL. You have the volume, the power button, you have the headphone jack and the game card slot. And then on the bottom you have the micro SD slot and the power adapter as well. And then on the back, like I said, you have that nice graphic that hopefully you can see. I think you can, I can see it in my camera. And that is the Zacian and Zamazenta console. Next up, I'm just going to show you some games. So the first game, of course, I have to show you tonight is Pokemon Shield. So I picked this up when the console came out in 2019, so when it got released, and then later on Pokemon do what they always do, and they released some more DLC, so I had to pick that up as well. I think the DLC was called the Isle of Armor and the Crown of Tundra, but you can now just buy these games with the DLC already on them. But again, that's the bad side to buying these games on release, because they always release extra DLC for the Pokemon games. And then inside the box there is nothing too special. Pokemon Shield. Let's just go ahead and put that there. Let's move it down so you can actually see it. Okay, next up, of course, we have Pokemon Sword. Again, I picked this up on release date, so no DLC. I had to buy it separately. But with this one, when I picked it up, you could get this Gigantamax Meowth. Although I think if you pick this up now, that has actually expired in 2020. Luckily I did actually get it when it came out. And again, that's the inside of the box. And that is Pokemon Sword. Next up, we have Princess Peach Showtime. Now, this was released in March this year, and it's actually a really good game. It's very simple, don't get me wrong. It's definitely aimed more towards kids, but I think this is actually Princess Peach's first solo game. I believe she did have one on the DS called Super Princess Peach that came out years ago. If it was on the DS, it's got to be around 2004, 2005. So basically the premise of this game is you go through each level, and rather than gaining abilities, you gain new suits which give you abilities. So as you can see on the back of some of the suits, I think you can get like Sword Fighter Peach, Patisserie Peach, Cowgirl Peach, Kung Fu Peach, there's loads, Detective Peach. And basically this star here is called Stella the Sparkle Sprite, and she does help you along the way as well. And then on the inside of the box, there we go, just shows you, these are the rooms that you go in inside the theatre. So that was Princess Peach Showtime. And next up, we have a game that came out in October last year, and that is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is a fantastic game. It's much like all their other games, but they've given you new power-ups in this game, and they're really good. So there's the back of the box, and down here it shows you the new abilities. So you have this one, and you eat a fruit and you transform into an elephant. Then you have this one, which is a bubble, so you eat that flower, and then you can capture the enemies with your bubbles. And this one, you eat the mushroom and you turn into a drill, which allows you to either drill into the ceiling or into the ground, and you can bypass your enemies or obstacles that are in your way. It really is like a fantastic mashup of Mario. I really enjoyed it. I haven't finished it yet, but I have started playing it, and you can also play in co-op mode, which is good. And there's the inside of the box. And that is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Next up, we have a remastered game, and that is Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This originally came out on the Game Boy Advance in 2004. I believe they did release a sequel on the DS in 2006 called, was it March of the Minis? This is just basically a very simple puzzle game where you've got to get through each level, get the key, and then exit the door. I have played a little bit of this. I haven't got too far into it, but it says open up new paths using switches, hitch a ride on the dangling tail, backflip your way to higher ground, protect yourself from falling debris with a headstand, use your hammer to defeat enemies. And there's the inside of the box. So that was Mario versus Donkey Kong. Go ahead and put that there. Next up, we have something a bit different, and that is Hogwarts Legacy. So this came out last year in February, but it only came out on the new gen consoles. So the PS5 and the Xbox S, it also came out on Windows. So I did pick this up on my Steam account, and the graphics were fantastic. I couldn't tell you how it compares to the Switch because I haven't played it on my Switch yet. So this came out a lot later on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then even later on the Switch. This is a massive open world game and is fantastic. So I did pick up the Deluxe Edition, which does come with the Dark Arts pack. So basically, you design your character at the start of the game. You can even choose your own voice. It's quite funny. And then you choose between one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. And then basically you go around, you learn to cast spells, brew potions, master combat abilities, and honestly, there's so much to explore. The open world's really big and it's such a fun game. I don't even really like Harry Potter, but I really enjoyed this. So that was Hogwarts Legacy. Go ahead and put that there. Next up, we have another remastered game, and that is Super Mario RPG. So the original came out on the SNES in 1996, but it only came out in Japan and North America, and it was called Legend of the Seven Stars. So they re-released this in November 2023, and it's a really fun game. It's basically a turn-based battle game where you start off as Mario, and then along the way you can gain 5 new characters to help you in the battles. It's really fun. I've got quite far into this game. Again, it's a very simple game, but really fun. So there's the inside of the box, and it shows you the world map. So that was Super Mario RPG. We're going to put that there. And next we have Paper Mario Origami King. I absolutely love the Paper Mario games, and being released this Friday is a remake of the GameCube Paper Mario, which is called Thousand Year Door, and I have pre-ordered it, so I'm really looking forward to picking that up. And I'm definitely going to play it as soon as it arrives. So again, this is a turn-based game, but this is more an open world style game compared to the Super Mario RPG. And there's the inside of the box. The first ever Paper Mario game I played was actually the GameCube version, so the fact that it's getting a re-release is fantastic. So that was Paper Mario Origami King. Go ahead and put that there. And the last game that I have to show you tonight is Animal Crossing. And I did make a video unboxing the console for this game and showing you the game as well. And that video is doing absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for all the support. Last time I looked, it was on like 700 views and over 40 likes, so that's amazing, so thank you so much. So basically everyone knows about Animal Crossing. I talked about it a lot in the last game. Get ready to start a new life on a deserted island paradise. And then there's the inside of the box. So that is the last game that I'm going to show you tonight, and that is Animal Crossing. So guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching and for all the support that you've given me in my recent videos. And until my next video, good night everybody. Good night.